Wait, question before we start. What was the topic?
Okay.
Welcome to Escape from Quarantine. I'm Janae Serrano.
We have to do that again because it loaded on the thing. Sorry.
Okay. Welcome to Escape from Quarantine. I'm Janae Serrano.
And I'm Kamiko Greenwood. And today we're going to be talking about what's considered cheating.
Shoes.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the show.
Linda, you're on. Like, Linda got. Yeah. Okay.
Are we doing that over, Charlton, or do you think that was fine? Because she did say shoes, like right in the middle.
I was like, wait. Maybe she's doing some online shopping.
Just start from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to Escape from Quarantine. I'm Janae Serrano.
And I am Kamiko Greenwood. And today we're going to be talking about what's considered cheating. So
sit back and relax and enjoy an earful.
Okay. We're going to have to do that part again.
What happened?
I forgot that you were going to say the sit back, tune in part. So I just went into what we're talking about because we switched it.
I think it went okay. Well, we should just, okay, we can start over.
Sorry. That was me. Okay, so I'm going to do the music again.
Welcome to Escape from Quarantine. I'm Janae Serrano.
And I'm Kamiko Greenwood. And oh, snap.
That is how it's supposed to be, Kamiko. You're supposed to say, and today we're talking about, and I say sit back and relax and enjoy the show. That's how it goes.
Well, okay, so I'm going to say what we're talking about, and then you say sit back, relax, and then I say the question. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, I'm going to start the music again.
Welcome to Escape from Quarantine. I'm Janae Serrano.
And I'm Kamiko Greenwood. And today we're going to be talking about what's considered cheating.
Sit back and relax and enjoy an earful.
So, Johnny, I want to know, do you think it's cheating as someone you're in a relationship with is just talking to people online? You know, maybe just a little flirting or whatnot?
I don't think it's nothing wrong with a conversation. It's called network. A little harmless flirting doesn't hurt anyone.
Now it's that what's not, oh gosh.
Kamiko? Welcome to Escape from Quarantine. I'm Janae Serrano.
And I'm Kamiko Greenwood. And today we're going to be talking about what's considered cheating.
So sit back and relax and get ready for an earful.
So, Johnny, I want to know, what do you think is cheating? If you're in a relationship with someone and someone's just talking to people online, maybe a little flirting or whatnot, what do you think about that?
I don't think it's nothing wrong with a conversation. It's called network. A little harmless flirting doesn't hurt anyone.
I don't know about that.
Well, I think it depends on what you mean by flirting, because you could be talking and having a cool conversation with someone, and then, they pop up and the conversation goes completely left. They send an unsolicited photo, or, and the conversation would have been something about like something random, just like we're talking about games, and all of a sudden, the conversation goes left, and that happens. And that's when you have to make a decision whether you're going to check the person and tell them how this conversation is not going that way, or you're going to leave the conversation. So what are your thoughts on the subject, and how do you handle getting an unsolicited photo or a conversation going completely left than what you intended it to?
Well, first of all, I assess the situation and I try to redirect it to well, as as far as like unsolicited photos, I say, no, thank you. Please don't greet me with that. That's not what I'm trying to do here, or, nor advertising, and I check them in a stern way, but also in a respectful way. Show me some respect. You don't just do that like, hi here, and greet me with that. That's not how you greet me. I mean, some people might like that, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't like that. So please don't do that.
Well, guys get this perception if you dress a certain way, um, that's okay. How do you feel about that? Where a guy is like, "Oh, well, you look like you're dressed, you're wearing a shorter skirt than most girls, or you're wearing booty shorts or whatever," and that's a sign that you wanted him to talk to you that way.
That's not a sign that I want anyone to talk to me any type of way by the way I dress. I think that's an issue. You don't judge someone on the way they look or the way that they dress. So just because I'm wearing a shorter skirt, you're going to think less of me? I don't agree with that. So when they sit there and say that, I think just them talking in that manner to me really shows the person that they are, or just in general for them to think that way. We have a problem about people perceiving people and judging them just by the way they look. What do you think about that?
I definitely agree. You're definitely correct. Back to the topic of cheating. If the person you're in a relationship with cheats, would you rather it be virtually or physically?
Well, I rather neither, to be honest. But I mean, if you're with a person, I guess I would rather virtual than physical, because with a person that's physically cheating, there's other things that come into play, like, diseases, other things. And it's like, you're trusting this person. And when the more partners that they have, the more, they're likely to give you something. So I would rather virtually. What about you?
I don't really consider virtual. I don't understand how virtually cheating is a thing. Like, I've always had the rule where you can look but don't touch. Um so that's for me personally. I don't do you consider virtual cheating actually cheating?
Yes. That look but don't touch thing could be a real wordplay, because I think for the most part that was made before people were more so online. Because I mean, if someone's sending you unsolicited photos, well, you're saying it's unsolicited or photos and like nudes or something, um, that's okay to receive that, and you're in a relationship with someone to exchange those type of photos. Jenny?
It depends on what they're doing virtually, I guess.
That's true. Why don't we get Amel's perspective on this topic?
I definitely agree.
So today we have some special guests.
Over here we got my boyfriend Richard.
And today we have Arthur.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
So we just have a question. Do you think virtual sex with someone is cheating? Richard?
Richard.
I think virtual sex is cheating because even though you can't touch the person, if you're with someone and you really love them that much, let's say you've been there for the years or anything like that, and it's just emotionally scarred, it's just emotionally scarred because it hurts the person because that means you don't love your partner.
I guess me and my boyfriend have differing opinions.
Okay, right.
I disagree. I disagree with Richard on that one. I think that that's necessarily necessarily having virtual sex, but in the long run, I'm just saying, you know, if you're going to a strip club, people go to strip clubs all the time just to lay out steam. It's not necessarily, hey, yo, I'm cheating. It's just something for, you know, them to do to lay out some steam, and then they go home and they make love to their wife all the time. You know, there's people that do this all the time. So I think that it's something, some kind of new, and you know, something that they just wanted to do to blow off some steam, and you know, not necessarily have to be necessarily with their wife. You know, it's like, hey, you know, my wife is my wife. That's my love. You know, I'm not necessarily, you know, fully getting invested into somebody else. So I think that the opposite of what Richard is saying on that one, because people always are like you say, I'm looking, but I'm not touching.
I definitely agree with Arthur on that one.
But with that being said, what would constitute as virtual TV?
I think when you are cheating and you're talking about the word cheating itself, I believe it's when you become emotionally attached on top of it. So if you have no feelings towards them, you're just doing something just to kind of blow off some steam, is one thing. But if you start having an emotional attachment to it, that's a whole nother thing.
I think that's a fine line that you're talking about right there, just in general, because that behavior can lead to emotional attachment.
I mean, me walking down the street can lead to me finding somebody that's attractive, and I looked at, like you saying, talk about a girl wearing the booty shorts. I mean, I found that attractive. I looked. I mean, and I could find myself talking to that person, right? But just a minute ago, John A just stated a little bit of flirting is called a part of networking. So with that, there's both controversial sides on that.
Okay, looking at someone's photos is a different story than receiving nudes in your DMs from that person, and you're in a relationship. So you're allowed to exchange nudes. You're okay with that? Your relationship?
Now, see, you would ask me, am I exchanging nudes? That's a total different ballgame. See, I just received the nude. So now is that a problem?
Receiving. Okay.
Okay, because like I said, I can go to a strip club and I can watch a stripper strip, and I'm absolutely fine. But if I'm sitting here now, becoming now invested with the stripper, that's a whole nother ball game.
Okay. I understand your perspective. Not necessarily agree with your perspective, but are you soliciting those photos? Are you wanting them to send those photos? That's a different story too. I mean, if you're actively searching for that.
Who said I was actively searching for it? You put those words out there. I didn't say that.
I'm just asking. I'm asking. I mean, that's a question.
It just feels to me like, you know, just like how someone says, "Oh, you look nice," you know, and they compliment you. I mean, it's complimentary to me if a woman decides she wants to show her body to me. I mean, I feel like that's a compliment. I'm like, hey, thank you.
Oh, that's definitely an interesting perspective. What do you think about that, Chane?
I have to agree with Arthur on that one. Like, I didn't ask for it, but if you did it, I guess, you know, that's on you.
I think that it is considered as cheating, even though if you get a private dance from any type of strip club, or you go to the strip club, I think you shouldn't in a relationship at all, because while you're there.
I mean, some wives even go to the strip club with their husband.
That's true.
And they have fun. I mean, they can be together. I mean, I just think that it's all about perspective, and what in reality is cheating is what is your relationship allows. So if your relationship is saying no and it's this strict, then it's that strict. But if your relationship is more of a liberal relationship, and you know, let it out, you know, and then hey, I mean, you can't. I guess it depends on what your relationship is. Like I said, what your partner says. You know.
I definitely think that's a.
Go ahead. Yeah. Now it's fine if a woman and the man goes together, but if the man goes by himself, what happens? Like, a woman will try to flirt with him at the strip.
Well, if his woman knows that he's going to the strip club, you know, something
and a woman go together.
I say, hey, baby, I'm calling. Hey, I'm gonna go to the strip club with my boys. Is that okay? She says, okay. So am I cheating now because she told me she gave me permission?
I think that's a level of trust between your relationship and conversation that needs to happen with not only will your partner and yourself. Like, these are the parameters within our relationship. This is okay. This is not okay. And this is what I consider cheating.
That's what they call it when you DTR. When they was determine the relationship, you're supposed to lay down the ground rules and figure out what's okay and what's not okay. I mean, that's something that you should know within your partnership or your relationship.
I have to agree. If I definitely see myself being the type of wife like, let's go together, because um, that's definitely the type of relationship I want to have, an open, honest relationship.
Yeah,
As long as the man got permission to go, and as long as they're both go, then that's good enough. But if she trusts her husband to go by himself, then that's cool.
uh, like I was saying, the idea of trust. We are in a era people forget. It's trust and communication, right? That's what a relationship really is, right? Trust, communication, um, and be able to have that commitment together on trust and communication at that level. If you ain't have that, if you don't have that trust, you don't have that communication, then it's not really a good relationship. So I'm 100% down for whatever the relationship is boundaries are.
Like you said, cheating is defined by that couple and what the parameters in which they agreed on in that relationship, and it differs. Would you guys all agree with that?
I agree, of course. I'm
Guys, yeah, Kate.
good. I agree with that.
I can't hear.
Shani, what do you think about that?
I definitely agree. It's depends on who your partner is. There's different types of what are the boundaries of cheating? Like, that's self-determined on what boundaries you set up in your relationship.
I think it's a couple determined, right? Each individual, couples, what couples.
People, yeah, because people have crazy lifestyles. When you think about those lifestyles, I'm not suggesting these lifestyles, but there are people out there they call what swingers. And they know what they're doing.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it's conversation. Communication is definitely key. It seems to be. I would say, in a relationship, that's very important.
Simple things as like sexting can be considered cheating, and it wasn't meant to go that way, but it went that way to the person.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because sexting can go a bunch of ways. Because you can be meeting the person and your partner don't know. You could tell your partner, oh, I'm going to meet up with the homies, but I'm not. I'm going to meet up with this girl or this man, whatever. It's just, it goes either way, but sexting is definitely considered as cheating.
I guess I can agree with you on that note.
So, Richard, I know you're a gentleman like I am, and I'm not necessarily condoning these relationships, but it's whatever those people like to do. But how do you feel about the relationship with swingers? Richard, are you there?
Like they don't want it.
No. There are people are in relationships. They have what they call swingers. They have sex with other women or other men, and they stay together. That's part of their relationship lines. So, how do you feel about those boundaries of swingers?
Talk.
To us or to them, because we just like having fucking sex, to be honest.
I'm asking you your opinion on that kind of relationship. Your opinion on it.
Well, I can tell you from my opinion, everybody has their own preferences, and that's their lifestyle. I'm not here to judge. If that's what you want to do with your husband or your boyfriend or your partner, do it.
That's how I feel too.
I mean, it's might not be necessarily what's going on in my relationship, but by all means, do what's best for you. And I think that's like we talked about, it's determined by that couple.
Definitely agree to each their own. I don't think we're in the place to judge anybody's relationship personally. Like if I wouldn't do it. And I think that's what Richard was saying, is that that's not real love if you're emotionally attached to someone else. But some people think that sex is just an act. There's no attachment. But to me, you're giving a piece of yourself away to someone else. So.
Facts.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we covered a lot today. Thank you for joining us today, Arthur and Richard.
No problem. Anytime.
Say again. For having me here, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for your male perspective, both of you.
Exactly. Okay. Well, thank you for escaping with us. My name is Queen.
I'm Janae. See you next time.
Bye.